Hi everyone, welcome back to Kundalini Kendall, or if you're here from Lexi the Leo's channel, welcome. This is a collaboration between myself and Lexi the Leo, who is one of my favorite tarot card readers. Her readings have literally transformed my life. I feel like she deserves all the money I've ever paid a therapist just for the impact she's had on my life over the past 3 years. So on her channel, she's doing a pick a pile message from the water spirits, and it's all about how you can more align to your internal flow. And here on my channel, it is a what message do the mermaids have for you? Pick an activation. So in a few seconds, you're going to see 3 different symbols on the screen, and you're going to tune into your intuition as to which symbol represents the pile that you feel most connected to. And that's going to have both a psychic guidance portion and an activation, like a Reiki healing, meditation, deep healing, that is going to help you shift what you most need to shift in your life at this time. They're all very deep. We get very deep. They're very powerful. But I think you're going to absolutely love it. I wanted to collaborate with Lexi because I've just always felt like a kindred spirit with her. Her readings really deeply resonate with me. So I think that we have very different but similar energies in the sense that we both like to get real deep, but transformative. So that's what you're going to find. So I'm going to put the image up on the screen, and I want you to just tune in. So I want you to look at the screen, and I want you to see if you are drawn to the clamshell, the trident, or the mermaid castle. And so just feeling into your heart, your intuition, which pile do you feel holds the energetic upgrade and psychic message that is meant for you? And so you can find the timestamps below for each symbol. And I'm going to get into each message. So this is for those of you who chose the seashell. This is pile 1. And so before I get into the activation, the message I'm really getting for you is there is something your inner child is yearning, your playful mermaid soul. And actually, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but I am connecting to the mermaids themselves and channeling a specific message for you. I have several spirit guides that are like a mermaid queens and kings, and they like work with me a lot. So I'm connecting to their energies. So there is something inside of you that is a shining and shimmering pearl. And it is yearning to be seen by the world and be expressed. It is yearning to be reveled at and polished and given the love and attention and affection that it deserves. But there is this protective clamshell that's around this because there's had to be. Because for you, pile 1, you have experienced people trying to snatch that pearl or stuff it in the clamshell deeper because maybe it was so shiny and beautiful that it threatened their pearl. There has been, people who have the pearl's light is so bright that it's almost cast them on their own insecurities and shadows. So they've almost projected that the pearl is bad, and there's just a lot of fear of being seen while there's a deep soul desire to express yourself. I'm getting for this pile that you may be like a very creative person it's not necessarily just that, but maybe you are a singer or a songwriter. Maybe you are an actor. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're wanting to express something in a really public way. Maybe you're writing a book or something, but there's something that of you, like within you, that needs to be like externalized. And I'm getting on a very like public platform, and just like, you're meant to shine and to be a leader and to be like this pearl in the public eye. But you're really as much as your heart wants to do that, you're really afraid to do that. So I'm going to connect to you energetically and begin to channel this activation. And on Lexi's channel, she's going to go a lot more in depth into what the specifics of those energies are. But I'm going to begin channeling the exact healing that you need around this. So I want you to just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through the base of your spine. And I want you to take another deep breath in through your nose and out through the base of your spine. And you begin to hear the soft slapping sound of ocean waves. With each wave, you are brought into a deeper and deeper state of peace and relaxation. And you feel into the energy of your heart. And I want you to just focus on when I kind of gave the guidance. What is something in your heart that you are yearning to express externally in the world? Feel into something. Maybe something you're guided to do more of. A way that you want to put yourself out there. And I want you to just imagine that the joy and the passion of this is this glowing white light that is expanding brighter and brighter. I want you to visualize yourself doing this. And notice there will be fear that comes up, but I want you to almost, through the law of assumption, I want you to visualize it as if it's already done and it's being very well received. And now imagine this light getting even bigger. Perhaps it turns into something even bigger than this initial inspired action step or step that you feel guided to take. Visualize this energy in general being well received in an even bigger way. Feel the joy and the passion of this. And you feel this love, this expression of your soul. You feel it growing and glowing bigger and bigger until you notice that in your heart space, it has become this giant, glowing white pearl of love and self-expression. And it's so big for your heart that you must take it out of your heart And you notice that you are sitting inside of a dark and clammy, moist room. But a room that feels very safe, almost like a womb. Very nurturing. And you take this pearl out of your heart and you place it in the center of this room. And you hear the lapping of ocean waves outside. And as you put this pearl in the room, it illuminates the room and you realize that you are inside of a shimmering clamshell. And you look down and you notice that you have been transformed into a mermaid or a merman or a merperson. Allow yourself to fully be self-expressed in what this would look like for you. What is your tail like? What are you wearing? How are you a mermaid? How do you express your mermaid soul? Have fun with this. Maybe your hair is the color you've always wanted it to be, or your tail is made of your favorite crystal. Just allow yourself to be free. You might even notice certain colors. Maybe they're connected to certain chakras that need healing. So I'm also sending you this divine healing energy. And you don't know because you can't see it. There is a ring of mermaids surrounding your clamshell. They want to help you be brave enough to show your pearl. And so they too are surrounding this clam, sending you divine healing energy with me. And now I want you to feel into, in the safety of this shell, what are you afraid will happen if you take this inspired action step and follow your heart to do this thing that you love? And I want you to almost imagine holding this pearl out, expressing yourself in this way, and just what are some fears you have that other people might say to you if you express yourself in this way? And I'm going to be silent as you allow these fears to surface from your subconscious mind, and I'm just going to send you this divine healing energy for a moment. And as these fears come up from your subconscious mind, I want you to almost imagine that they are being pulled from you by the magic of the mermaids in this pearl, forming a shadow version of you on your other side. Any phrase that comes up or feeling, imagine it as this dark shadow energy being pulled into this shadow version and pulled out of you. So whatever the feeling is, maybe it's that you're not that talented at this thing, or people will say you're weird, or spoiled or entitled, or they'll reject you, or too much, or too emotional, or too whatever. And now, the shadow self is going to tell you where was the root of this shadow side of you first formed. What was the seed point? And allowing yourself to be brought back to a specific time in your childhood. Maybe there's one specific memory that just comes into focus clearly. Or maybe it's just a general energy you felt. I want you to ask this shadow side of you how old it was or is. You're going to receive an age number that is going to be a younger version of you. And I want you to ask this shadow side of you how it believes it keeps you safe. What core belief does it hold on to as a way to protect you? A belief that is limiting you or holding you back from expressing your pearl to the world. And I want you to ask this part of you how old it believes that you are now. If it knows that you are the age that your human avatar is now. Or if it thinks that you're still some age you were when you were a child. And the first age that comes to mind is correct. And now I want you to ask this part of you, why does it think that you are this particular age? Is there a behavior that you have engaged in that has made this part feel unsafe growing up? Allow this part to share with you what that is. And now I want you to allow this part of you to share with you, how has this belief been reinforced and further instilled in your adult life? Maybe there's another connection that reminded you of a certain dynamic you had when you were a child, a parent dynamic, or someone else. And how was this further reinforced, making this part feel very unsafe? And now, because this is a very karmic energy, if this was something a particular person or group of people made you feel about yourself in adulthood, or the seed point being in childhood, a caregiver, I want you to allow calling on the energy of the pearl to speak and allow it to shine its light on this shadow self and you. What is the higher perspective of this? How are you being maybe projected on, or why did this occur? What was the underlying truth of this energy in both your childhood and your adulthood? And I'm going to be silent as you allow your subconscious, this part, to really be explained the truth. Maybe this people or person was actually jealous of you, and they made you feel like you weren't very good because they were threatened by it. Or maybe they thought you pursuing this on some level wasn't safe, so they downplayed your talent. Like, there's so many reasons that things might, and so knowing the truth really can help us shift our own beliefs about ourselves, especially if we felt really not good or confident in this part of ourselves. And so as you allow the energy of light and truth from this pearl to fill up and illuminate your shadows, I want you to share with this shadow part, if it understands that you are of the age that you are now and that it no longer has to play this role to keep you safe, because you as an adult are here to keep it safe now. If it can be open to trusting you and believing this. And maybe even sharing or allowing the pearl to share with this part of you. How did you transcend the karmic energy or that you were meant to learn that made you want to build the shell around your pearl? How have you transcended that? And how can you understand that you're not going to repeat whatever caused you to want to hide in this shell? What lesson did you need to learn to not repeat this? So I want you to, as you receive this guidance, remind this little version of you, this young shadow version of you, it is safe to let go of this belief because this cycle is not going to repeat. You are worthy of safety and love. this part to just relax, telling it that it is safe to trust you, to take care of it, and it can let go of control. And asking this part of you, what would it rather be doing? What is something that really brings your inner child joy? It can be expressing this pearl, or it can be something entirely different. And what is something that it would like you to do more of, to really nurture the inner child within you? I want you to promise that you will spend time doing this with this part. If this part can promise to help you take on a new belief that is in service of you sharing your pearl with the world and feeling safe doing so. So see if this part's willing to try to take on this new belief, at least for a little, and see how it works out. If you promise to do this thing that brings this part joy. And I want you to really invite the energy of this new belief into your consciousness. A belief that is aligned to sharing your pearl with the world. Knowing that when you share your pearl with the world, believing I am met with love, really instilling this new belief that you have been guided to take on into your consciousness deeply. It's safe to show your pearl to the world. And now I want you to imagine stepping towards the outside of the clamshell with your pearl outstretched. And I want you to almost put your shoulders back confidently. And slowly, the light from the pearl begins to slowly open the clamshell little by little. And I'm going to be silent as you allow any final fears to just be transmuted within your mind into light. Allowing the clamshell to fully open. And you realize that you are surrounded by this crowd of adoring mermaids, all looking at your clamshell and your pearl in your hand with such awe and reverence. And I want you to just allow these mermaids to compliment you. Imagine that this pearl is washing over you and you are actually now embodying the gift or message or self-expression that you are meant to share with the world. And I want you to just allow the mermaid spirits to compliment you. I'm just getting the energy of aquamarine, where she has those earrings that are two little starfish, and they're like, oh, thank you, they compliment. She's like, oh, they compliment me. Or someone says like, oh, they compliment you. And she's like, and it's like kind of a joke, because like they literally are little starfish that give her compliments. So you might even see other sea creatures, but just allow these mermaids to like actually compliment you, to build up your confidence in yourself. Maybe something that you really needed to hear and you just haven't. Like no one's ever really told you it. Or they have, but you haven't been able to believe it. So I'm going to be silent. Imagine your inner child just lighting up as you receive these compliments, and your inner child's playing, doing whatever your inner child shared with you that you wanted to spend more time doing. And you notice that the shadow side of you is being transmuted into light. All the parts that it felt ashamed of, realizing that these are its superpowers. So maybe allowing and inviting the shadow side to step to the forefront. How is the part that this shadow, the deepest part that it has been ashamed of, actually your greatest strength and superpower? Allowing the mermaids to share this truth with you. How is this your greatest superpower? Maybe the thing you felt most insecure and unlovable for. Maybe the part of you that karmic connections or caregivers really dug into and attacked or made you feel unworthy for. A brand new perspective on this. How is this your superpower? And you see this part of you just, its shadow side just totally shining with confidence. And you join hands and you merge into one, and I want you to just imagine total confidence. What does that look like on you? And the mermaids wrap you in their love as this clamshell disappears. And so does your tail, and you notice that you are actually standing, embodying this energy in your life. Where are you? What are you doing? Maybe you're speaking in front of people. Maybe you're performing in front of people, but you're embodying this confidence. And your pearl. And I'm getting the message that you are 1 in a million. There's no one like you. And you aren't meant to be like anyone else. You're a rare gem. And often the things that we're shamed for most are actually our greatest gift and superpower. So really just getting a message that whatever you really were insecure about is actually exactly what makes you so good at the thing that you're meant to do. And so I want to invite you, if you want to go deeper in your own time after this, you feel like you really liked this energy activation and you almost want a even more personal healing and energy healing and psychic message from the mermaids, you notice that in front of you is this beautiful clamshell. And it opens and it's glowing. And it has 3 objects in it. The first one is a crown. A glowing golden crown. The second one is a starfish. Like those little earrings. And the third is a harp. And so there are 3 different very powerful activations that I have on my website that are connected to mermaid energies that I have put on sale. So if you feel guided to going deeper, choose whichever symbol is calling your heart forward, and you can find in the description below near the shell the links to all 3 of these activations if that resonates with you. Again, I've put everything on major sale because I want everyone to be able to get these. The mermaid activations are usually priced pretty high because they're so powerful, but everything right now is $11.11. So anyways, I am going to disconnect from your energy. I am sending your energy back to you, pulling my energy back to me. And I wanted to just say to you that, I really intend that you got exactly what you needed from this activation. And I would love if you want to subscribe to my channel, Kundalini Kendall. If you're new here, love to have you. So if you want to just subscribe below, I do activations like this all the time on here. And I invite you to check out those mermaid activations next to the clamshell below. I also wanted to invite you, if you're feeling like this witchy girl fall energy, I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely feeling it. I just led a very powerful retreat on November Sunday the 3rd, and it was called the Witchy Girl Fall Retreat, and I basically lead you through 2 powerful spells. One, to banish everything that you are done with in your life, from limiting beliefs to energies to whatever it is. And then one, to a multiplication abundance spell to manifest the cornucopia of abundance into your life. For the seeds that you've planted years ago. Because I'm really feeling this energy with Pluto shifting from Capricorn into Aquarius of like the wheel of karma, the wheel of fortune and karma, I guess, is like turning, and it's like it's time for like good-hearted souls to receive their blessings, to receive the miracles that we've been manifesting and calling in. Like, it's your time. And so I do 2 really powerful spells that one, like, the first time I did these, I'm not kidding you guys, the next day I like found, like I manifested, I swear to God, overnight, like my boyfriend and I closing on our like dream house in Laurel Canyon in Los Angeles. That's where I live. It was kind of wild. I had never channeled my own spells before, and these are really, really powerful if you're just ready to banish like the cycles you've been in and create new. And then I also do a really powerful activation for the Empress, like to help you tune into your Empress energy and really just be in this energy of receiving. So I've linked that below, and you can get 1111 off with the code WITCH please for that. It is, so it's $77.77, but with the 1111 off, it's $66.66, which is actually the number to me of like feminine magic and harmony. But again, it's been demonized by like this patriarchal world that we live in. So time to take the power back and get witchy with me. If you're interested in that, I've linked that below. And if you're really wanting to connect more deeply with your feminine power, I also have a really powerful feminine archetype retreat where I've channeled the energies of 7 different women who represent the 7 feminine archetypes. So like, for example, I channeled Dolly Parton for the mother, or Frida Kahlo for the mystic. So there's just, it's really powerful. You can find that linked below as well. And I also want to encourage you to check out the reading, the pick a card reading on Lexi's channel, because this is a collaboration with Lexi, and tune into what messages the water spirits have for you over on her channel. So I've linked that below too. And everything I've discussed, because I'm being guided to share different things for different piles, are linked. Like, you'll find the shell in the description below, and you'll find all the links next to that. So I hope you have a magical day. I really hope this helped heal your inner child on some profound level. One of the things I'm really trying to step through, I'm also a screenwriter and an actor in Hollywood, and I'm really just trying to, like, I have like 6 projects set up with big studios and production companies, but I'm really just trying to like birth some of them out into the world finally. And so I've been doing some deep healing around that, and being seen and all these things. And if you're interested, I have another channel called I Am Kendall Milton, where I post acting related stuff I write and act in. I haven't been putting a lot out on it recently, but I'm going to start putting more out. I do have a monologue. I did a Drew Barrymore monologue over there, because I have a deep sort of soul connection, and people often say I have a similar vibe to Drew. So anyways, I invite you to check that out, and I hope that you just have a magical day, and feel free to check out any of the other piles that spoke to you. Lots of love and light. Okay, hello everyone. This is for those of you who've picked the Trident pile. So for those of you who have picked the Trident pile, the main intuitive message that I am getting for you is that it is time for you to, and I'm channeling the mermaids, it is time for you to call your power back to you, and to realize that you hold the power over your reality in your life. You are the epicenter, right? And like, you need to remind yourself of your ability to almost like create the reality that you desire in your life by what your subconscious mind believes to be true. But even deeper than that, even deeper than like the law of assumption, what I am getting is that you are a gift. You are a divine gift. And so you have divinely given talents and magic. And you may have been feeling like really dejected in your life lately. Like maybe you just feel powerless, or you feel like you've like given away your power to people, or you feel like maybe you have chosen yourself in a situation, but you feel like you haven't received almost like the abundance or blessings that you deserve. Like there's this energy that choosing yourself means that you give away your power. Like maybe you decided to walk away from a situation, whether it was like a financial situation, a career situation, a friend situation, a relationship, a family member, and you took your power like back by choosing yourself. But then you felt like, oh damn, choosing myself means I don't get, like I'm running out of money, or choosing myself means like I'm alone, I'm abandoned, or choosing myself means like rejection, right? So I am here, the message that is coming through for you is that you can choose yourself and have power. You can choose yourself and have so much abundance and money and success and power and love and emotional connection in your life. And so the message is to really remind yourself that you hold the trident over your own life. And so where within your mind do you have certain beliefs that are sort of like subconsciously giving your power away to others? And then reminding yourself that you are the gift. You are the queen or the king. And the trident is the symbol of power. And so you are the epicenter. And I want you to just imagine like you're a leader. Your desires want you and are pursuing you, and reframing where in your life do you not see yourself as a goddess or a god, or like as divine? Like where do you not see yourself as the person with the power that is a divine creator and a divine gift? And where can you call your power back? So that's the message that I'm getting from the mermaids. And with that, I am going to begin connecting to you energetically. I'm flowing you this divine healing energy, and I'm connecting with my mermaid guides. And I want you to just breathe in through your nose and out through the base of your spine. Breathe in through your nose and out through the base of your spine. And you feel the soft, gentle splash of ocean waves against your skin. And in your mind's eye, I want you to visualize being in the crystalline blue waters of Lemuria. And you feel a grounding cord from your root chakra reaching down, filled with light beneath you, slinking down into the floor of the ocean. But you realize that this grounding cord is actually a magical mermaid tail. And it is filled with this glowing red energy of just grounding and connection to the earth, and grounding you into your body. And this energy begins to fill your entire tail, or your legs and your feet. And it moves up from your root into into your sacral where you feel this glowing orange light. And this light is healing and cleansing anywhere where you have felt emotionally wounded, or anywhere where you have blocked yourself from receiving what you deserve. So I'm going to be silent for a moment as you allow this glowing orange light to cleanse you. Bringing to the surface within you any emotions of maybe any old beliefs that you've stored in this part of your body, in your sexual center, linked to you not receiving what you deserve in like abundance. And the energy moves all the way up now into your solar plexus, filling your solar plexus. The light turns this glowing yellow light, filling you with the energy of power. And self-worth and self-confidence. And now you reach into your solar plexus and you pull out a glowing yellow trident. This is a symbol of your own personal power. And you wave this trident around in the ocean in front of you, and it creates this glowing yellow light. And this is a magic trident, and it is going to reveal to you now anywhere in your life where you are giving your power away, whether it is through your actions or your belief system. We are going to be revealed where you've been giving your power away and where you need to call your power back to you now. And I'm going to be silent as you allow this to emerge from the depths of your subconscious mind. And now we are going to wave this trident, and we're going to ask this trident, show me the root of this energy. Why do I give my power away? Or what limiting belief or core childhood memory or past life memory or energy is this linked to within me that has caused me to give my power away like this? Reveal this to me now. And you wave the trident, and the water in front of you creates this gold light. And you allow this belief to come to the surface. allowing any emotions or memories that have caused you to have this deeply ingrained belief coming to the surface. And I want you to call something to your consciousness, to your awareness that has recently triggered you in your own life, where you maybe felt powerless or unheard. My throat chakra is really, I'm feeling a lot in my throat chakra. So just calling the emotions of this situation and this situation to your awareness. And I want you to wave the trident and let have the trident reveal to you how this situation was caused and is connected to this same energy, this same belief. And how can you transmute this energy so you no longer experience this in your reality? Waving the trident around to show you, reveal to you a new belief that you can take on, or an action step you can take, or something where you can just call this power back to you. Maybe allowing this trigger to be, the truth of this trigger to be explained to you in a new light. And now you raise your trident to your head, to your third eye and your crown, and it fills them with these glowing golden light, allowing your brain to be rewired with the core belief that allows you and helps you be in your power. And feeling into your heart space, you begin to feel the light that was in your solar plexus. It moves up into your heart chakra, filling your heart with this glowing green light. Tuning into your heart space. What is a mantra or a affirmation that you can repeat to yourself right now out loud? I invite you, I'm going to give you this space to do so. That can call your power back to you. What is some wisdom from your heart? And I want you to put one hand on your heart and imagine this glowing green energy filling your body in your hand. And repeat this affirmation at least 3 times. And I'm going to be silent while you do this. Feeling your energy expand. And you allow this glowing green light to move up from your heart into your throat chakra, filling it with this blue healing light. And I want you to just allow the light to cleanse and clear your throat. And I'm actually being called to sing a song that I wrote that's actually going to be in my musical. I wrote a Broadway musical with my boyfriend who's a composer, and I wrote it when I was in Cornwall, sitting on the coast, like connecting with the energy of the mermaids, and I had a past life as a mermaid in Cornwall. And so the frequency of this song is actually going to help you cleanse and clear your throat. And so you can feel free to hum it along with me. But it's clearing and cleansing your voice and any blockages in your voice, maybe where you haven't felt heard, or maybe where you haven't expressed yourself fully, or you haven't felt received or listened to. Because often we can be expressing ourselves, but we just don't feel like people are receiving us. And as I'm singing, you may find past life memories connected to your voice being stifled or stolen or just like silenced, or early life memories being basically released through your throat chakra is what I'm getting. Almost like bile, or like you're not gonna like actually throw up, but like energetically throwing up. I was feeling so much tightness in my throat. So sitting by the Cornish sea, I hear the mermaids call. Voices bringing me back to me. There's nothing to worry about at all. Out of place, and yet I'm right at home. 'Cause home is a way you feel. A wobbling cliche on this country road. The American girl in high heels set out on a voyage to find myself. So I gave the cabbie a tenner. Hoped I'd find my soul hiding etched in a shell on a sea cliff. And where am I, Zenner? Or by the old man's lantern light, telling me spooky ghost stories on cobblestone streets in the dead of night. Twisted tales, both eerie and gory. But deep within me haunts me most. She calls to me like a child, floating around me like a ghost, to remind me I'll always be wild. And I'll always be wild, and I'll always be free, and I'll always be right where I'm meant to be. And I'll always be wild, and I'll always be free, and I'll always be right where I'm meant to be. I just felt so much release there, and I'm getting as a message for you, if you were drawn to this pile, you actually may have had a past life either connected to Cornwall specifically, potentially Scotland, Ireland, but as a mermaid. I just feel like there's something maybe that might resonate with you. You might be a mermaid, and you might actually be connected as a soul and connected to this pile. I don't know. You also may just have had a past life where you were silenced, like really badly. Like your voice was like either someone else took credit for something you said, or I don't know. So just like letting this, like your throat be healed, and in it, you are now being cleansed. Your voice is being heard. You are ready to be heard in your truth, and you deserve and are worthy of being heard and met with love and your truth. Maybe there is a lifetime where your voice was not met with love. So we are clearing anything, any distortion in your field now that would allow you to be not met with love when you speak and honor your truth. And you express yourself authentically. And as you hold this trident, I want you to almost just feel the currents of the ocean all around you, the power that you yield magnetically. And this light is flowing up all the way to your third eye, cleansing and opening it. And on your head, you notice that this energy has transformed into a crown surrounding your crown chakra, because you are a royal queen, king, non-binary person of royalty. This energy is then breaking out through the top of your head, a golden divine light, and out through the surface of the ocean. And as you swirl your trident around, you call your power back across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. You call your power back to you, where it may have been taken, any lifetimes, timelines, dimensions, realities, anything that you're creating from potentially a past lifetime or early childhood trauma or anything in this life that wouldn't be aligned to your highest good, your highest timeline. You are calling your power back. And I'm just going to be silent as you imagine that this like golden light of your soul, all the places you've been given it away, is being pulled into the trident. And now I want you to visualize from your now clear intuition, tuning in, what is one action step you can take now to energetically show the universe that you are in your power, and how will you be rewarded for doing so? Notice any fear that comes up around this, and allow the mermaids. You notice in front of you now there is a band of mermaids, and they have a message for you. How is the very thing you fear, and why is it the exact opposite of what is going to happen? And so allowing any final messages from these mermaids, I'm going to slowly beginning disconnecting from your energy. I'm going to send your energy back to you, pull my energy back to me. And if you are desiring a deeper integration of calling your power back and the trident, I have a very, very powerful trident activation where I connect to a powerful divine masculine mermaid on my website that I have linked below. And it is currently on sale, and it's really amazing. And there's also a channeled message for you if this specifically resonates with you on there. I also got the guidance that I have another meditation that is also on sale. It is a crown activation for money specifically and power. And it is helping you call back your queen or king energy very specifically. We do a very deep healing modality on it called IFS. So I was guided for this specific pile. If you want to go deeper, the trident or the crown on my website are like going to help you so much. If this was powerful, those are like an even deeper integration. So I invite you to look below. And then also Lexi has on her channel, she has done a pick a pile, which is a collaboration with this one. So head over there. You can also see that linked below to see what the water spirits, what message the water spirits have for you. And I am guided to share with this particular pile. If you are wanting to transmute the frequency with which money and power is flowing to you, like maybe you've, like for example, I work in Hollywood. That's mainly, I'm a screenwriter and an actor, and it's a very distorted masculine industry. There's just like a lot of dark energies at play. So I led this Lucky Girl Miracles, Money, and Magic retreat with a healer named Reiki Rachel, who's amazing. And we basically lead you through this like powerful paradigm shifting retreat where we're transmuting the money, we're transmuting the frequency with which money and power is kind of flowing to you into one that's way more heart-centered and aligned to this like divine feminine energy, regardless of gender. Just so like money is flowing to you in ways that make you feel deeply seen, deeply loved. You are leading a new way, right? So because we associate having a lot of money or power or success with like a lot of distortion. And so if you feel like you really need to clear kind of that energy and also then kind of align to this lucky girl frequency, which again, it's more about being connected to that like divine feminine way of receiving miracles, money, and magic. It doesn't have to do with what gender you are. That's going to be so powerful for you. So you can find that linked below, and the code to get 1111 off for that is Lucky Girl 888. So I've linked that below. And I also am guided to share, I have a powerful witchy girl fall retreat that I led on November 3rd. You can purchase the replay on my website. It's so magic. I basically lead you through two powerful spells, like witchy spells that I channeled that basically helped me manifest my new pink Tesla and my dream house with my boyfriend in Laurel Canyon in LA. I'm not kidding you guys. I channeled them, and then the next day, like overnight, we manifested like closing on this house, which I thought was going to be months away. But these are actually some really deep spells, and one is a banishment spell to help you get rid of everything that you're just kind of done with in your life. And another is an abundance multiplication spell that helps you really bring in this just like cornucopia of abundance into your life. So I highly invite you to check that out. I also do a really powerful Empress activation in that retreat that helps you tune into this like energy of receiving in this fall season. So that is linked below, and you can get 1111 off that with the code Witch Please, which I've linked below. And I just thank you so much for being here. I hope you subscribe. I'm Kendall. This is Kundalini Kendall. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Hello, pile 3. This is my lovely, lovely castle pile. And so the main message that I am getting for you, the words that come to me are big fish, small pond. Meaning, or I'm also getting the energy of like the ugly duckling for you. Like your whole life you have felt like maybe just a misfit, or like you just didn't belong, or like an outcast in some capacity. And maybe you even had a lot of people project onto you, almost like, because like I'm literally getting the ugly duckling now, like you, because when you were a child, you were so unique and different than everyone around you, and maybe even the family you were born into, and you were living in a family of ducks. Everyone looked at you and saw, and I don't mean this quite literally, like I actually think you might be a very beautiful person. I'm just saying people looked at you and saw the ugly duckling because you didn't look like the other ducklings, meaning not so literally. You didn't act like the other ducklings. You didn't move like the other ducklings. You weren't like the other ducklings in whatever way that means. Maybe your interests were really different. Maybe the things you said, because you were really like wise beyond your years, or like unique or special or whatever. It just wasn't like the other animals around you. And so that made you feel your whole life like you were the ugly duckling. Like, and then you grew up, and you have grown up, and maybe you've been on a spiritual journey and you've been transforming or whatever, and you became this like beautiful swan. Like you are this beautiful swan. Sorry, I said that weird. But you still, like, and you have these beautiful wings that are meant to soar, and you're meant to be seen. And like, I think I'm getting, I get why I'm getting this metaphor, because the swans, especially like in England, like the swans are the queen's bird. And I'm not saying anything about the royal family or anything. That has nothing to do with my opinions on any of that. But I'm getting like in the swans are royal birds there. And they're beautiful, majestic creatures. And that is you. And yet, because you spent so much of your early life feeling like this ugly duckling in this sea of ducks, you still, even though you grew up to be the swan, and you are the swan right now, you still feel like you are that ugly duckling in some capacity. And maybe this for you is like you've been surrounded by ducks that have made you feel like you aren't worthy, or you aren't enough, or maybe you've had ducks that have surrounded you that have like laughed at your dreams. Like maybe they've made you feel like you're too ambitious, or you're delusional because you have maybe really big dreams and they like didn't see it. Or maybe they made you feel like you weren't good enough to do the things that you want to do. Like maybe they made you feel like you weren't talented enough, or you weren't worthy enough, or you weren't like, you didn't have the gifts you needed within you to really make these dreams a reality, or like you just couldn't ever really live up to these dreams. So then you spent your whole life just feeling so alone. I'm really almost getting emotional for you. I'm sorry, because I think this is so my pile too in a lot of ways. Like, but you spent your whole life just feeling really alone, and you felt like just other people just don't, like on average, really get you, and maybe you've spent your whole life trying to get the ducks to see you, trying to turn the ducks you've been swimming around with into swans, but so they could see you. But what I'm getting is that you are that swan, and you need to go be that royal queen of a bird. And the mermaids are also connected to this energy. They're connected to the swan energy, and they're saying, go be that queen in the castle. Because there in the castle, there are so many other swans who will see you, who will recognize you, who will love you, who will honor the person you are. You are a beautiful swan, and you deserve to be surrounded by other beautiful swans who can see you. And I'm getting this energy that like this is connected to you, like almost well, this activation is about you really seeing yourself as a swan and a queen and kind of healing the pain and the wound around this, like feeling like this misfit, this ugly duckling, or this big fish in a small pond, this misfit. And then aligning to the castle where you can then be surrounded by these other swans who will see your magic and see your divinity and reflect back all of that to you. And as you allow yourself to see it, then I'm even getting all the ducks will look at you with reverence, and they will finally, they will see you. And I'm not saying this because we need to try to convince others to see us, but it's like, you might have, like, again, as you go into the castle and you are surrounded by the swans, you may have ducks in your life who, even though they've hurt you, like in The Ugly Duckling, I was actually in the musical Hook, so I keep the songs from that keep coming into my mind. But you, like, in, you know, the musical and in the story, like, The Ugly Duckling is still raised by a mother duck. And even though the mother duck can't really see the ugly duckling fully, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, I think it's the full moon, I'm like really emotional. Even though the mother duck can't really ever see the ugly duckling fully, like, you still love the mother duck. Like, you as a swan still love the mother duck. And you might even love your sister and brother ducks, right? And this could mean friends, like, that are family, like friends or family members, or you still love the ducks, even if they don't fully see you. And so, sorry, I'm an actor too, and I'm like, I'm writing a monologue. This is going to be a monologue that I'm gonna do. I just in that moment, this moment decided that this needs to be a monologue in something. But it doesn't mean that you don't love those ducks. And so I think that you want them on some level, the ones you still love to see you, right? So I'm getting, go fly and be in the castle with the other swans who see you and get you. And the ducks will get you then too, because you're finally, like, honoring your uniqueness and who you are. And so because I'm getting so emotional already in this activation, this is going to be, you are my most sort of like pile that I think really needs some emotional clearing. So anyway, so I'm going to, this isn't a meditation activation, but I'm going to connect with you energetically. I'm flowing you this divine healing energy. And I'm being guided to do a little karmic clearing at the beginning here. So I want you to just put a hand on your heart. And I'm flowing you this divine healing energy. And I want you to just feel into your heart. When I say ugly duckling or a big fish in a small pond, I want you to just allow the ocean waters of the mermaids to wash over you now. I want you to picture, what age does this bring you back to in your childhood? And now I want you to imagine this age, this version of yourself in your mind with a lot of love. Send them love. Imagine as if you were speaking to them now. And you notice that you are in this tiny duck pond. And you are this ugly duckling, although you're really just a swan baby, sitting across from this young version of yourself. And so I want you to put a hand on your heart, and I'm going to say a statement, and then I want you to repeat after me. And just so you know, you may get emotional during this release, but allow the emotions to come up. I may get emotional during this release, so I apologize for that. I'll try to keep my voice clear, but I'm so sorry none of the other ducks could see you. I'm so sorry they never have. I'm so sorry no matter how much you tried to swim to keep up and fit in with the ducks, you never could. I'm so sorry they made you feel so unlovable. I'm so sorry you felt like such a weirdo. I'm so sorry you felt like such a misfit. I'm so sorry you never felt good enough. I'm so sorry you felt like such an outcast. I'm so sorry you always felt like you didn't belong. I'm so sorry you never felt like anyone really saw you. I'm so sorry that made you feel unlovable. I'm so sorry that made you feel not good enough. I'm so sorry that made you feel like you had to make yourself smaller to fit in. I'm so sorry they laughed at your dreams. I'm so sorry they made you feel unworthy of your dreams. I'm so sorry they told you you weren't talented. I'm so sorry they laughed behind your back. I'm so sorry they made you feel like a freak. I'm so sorry they made you feel worthless. I'm so sorry they made you feel like you couldn't trust yourself. I'm so sorry they made you feel like being your full authentic self wasn't safe. I'm so sorry they made you feel attacked when you express your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you felt so scared to be yourself with them. I'm so sorry you were your full authentic self and you weren't received with love. I'm so sorry you were your full authentic self and you were received with shame. I'm so sorry you were your full authentic self and you were received with judgment. I'm so sorry it feels so scary and unsafe to be your full authentic self. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self led to abuse. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self led to being attacked. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self led to being killed. Again, we're clearing multiple lifetimes, not just this one. So I know you're still alive, obviously, but that is coming through. So we're going to keep just doing this. I'm so sorry sensitive souls get projected on. I'm so sorry empaths get projected on. I'm so sorry they always projected on you, even when you weren't doing anything wrong. I'm so sorry they made you the villain just for being yourself. I'm so sorry they made you the villain just for standing up for yourself. I'm so sorry they made you a villain just for shining as your full authentic self. I'm so sorry they didn't want to see you win. I'm so sorry they didn't want to see you shine. I'm so sorry that's made you so afraid of being seen. I'm so sorry that's made you so afraid of shining. I'm so sorry it's never felt safe to be your full authentic self. I'm so sorry that you're so scared that being you will lead to rejection. I'm so sorry being you leads to rejection and shame. I'm so sorry being you leads to humiliation. I'm so sorry being you leads to abuse. I'm so sorry being you leads to judgment and shame. I'm so sorry you're scared they'll misunderstand you. I'm so sorry you were the target of their unfair projection. I'm so sorry you were the target of their unfair abuse. I'm so sorry they made you feel like there was something wrong with you. I'm so sorry you spent your whole life feeling like there's something wrong with you. I'm so sorry you've never felt like you belonged. I'm so sorry that you didn't want to be on Earth. I'm so sorry Earth wasn't made for people like you. I'm so sorry you just wanted them to see you and they couldn't. I'm so sorry being sensitive is lonely. I'm so sorry being a seer is lonely. I'm so sorry they constantly try to make you smaller. I'm so sorry they constantly try to make you feel bad about who you are. I'm so sorry they constantly put you down rather than build you up. I'm so sorry you've never felt like you've belonged. I'm so sorry you feel like they'll never understand you. I'm so sorry it makes you want to hide. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are a leader. I'm so sorry you don't feel safe leading people who persecute you. I'm so sorry you tried to be a leader before and they killed you. I'm so sorry you tried to speak your truth before and they killed you. I'm so sorry leaders get burned. I'm so sorry trailblazers get burned. I'm so sorry it's not safe to be loved. I'm so sorry it's not safe to be you. I'm so sorry there's so much fear ingrained in you. I'm so sorry you want to shine but are afraid about how you'll be perceived. I'm so sorry witches get hung. I'm so sorry witches get burned. I'm so sorry it's so scary to be an authentic woman. And you can be any gender. This is just what's coming through. It might be maybe past life related. I'm so sorry. It's so scary to be you. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self leads to violence. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self leads to persecution. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self means your safety gets taken away. I'm so sorry being your full authentic self is never well received. I'm so sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, you are shamed or attacked. I'm so sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, they don't see you. sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, they try to tear you down. I'm so sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, they shame you. I'm so sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, you feel shame. I'm so sorry when you put your full authentic self out there, they don't receive you with love. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to be received with love for being your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to feel safe being your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to feel celebrated for being your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to feel loved for being your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to feel magnetic and supported when you are your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve to feel seen and understood when you're your full authentic self. I'm so sorry they made you feel like an ugly duckling when you were a beautiful swan. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are a beautiful swan. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are worthy of shining. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are so talented. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are special. You just were surrounded by people who were intimidated by your light. I'm so sorry your light and brightness brought up all their shadows and wounds. I'm so sorry it made you feel bad about yourself. I'm so sorry you forgot that you deserve people as bright and light as you. I'm so sorry you forgot that there are people who will see and celebrate the beautiful swan you are. I'm so sorry you forgot that the ducks were jealous of your swan wings. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are worthy of your wildest dreams. I'm so sorry you forgot that you're not too much. You were around people who weren't enough. I'm so sorry you forgot why you deserve to feel safe, fully safe, being your full authentic self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you don't deserve to be projected on anymore, and you never did. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are worthy of being completely loved and adored for being your full self. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are worthy of being seen as the beautiful swan that you are. I'm so sorry you forgot that you are worthy of being seen as the swan you are. I'm so sorry you forgot that you've always been a swan. I'm so sorry you forgot that it's time to spread your wings. And I want you to just now look at this little version of yourself, and I want you to see how they're feeling now. Are they more bright? And I want you, as this little ugly duckling, to move towards them and imagine just hugging them, putting your wings around them. And I want you to tell this little version of you exactly what they need to hear. If there's anything else they need to hear, and I'm going to be silent as I flow you this divine healing energy. And you wrap your wings around them and you feel them merge into your heart. And when you pull back, you notice that you are a beautiful swan. And you begin to notice that you have this beautiful wingspan. I want you to just spread your wings and you fly up out of the duck pond. And as you do, I want you to just tune into your heart space. What lessons did this duck pond teach you? Maybe allowing anywhere where you are still holding on to wounds from the duck pond. Allowing yourself to really see the truth of these wounds or this situation. And as you do, you fly away from the duck pond. And you go and you swoop down and you look below you and you're soaring above. The pond feeds into a river and through a magical forest which feeds into a beautiful turquoise blue crystalline ocean lined with palm trees. And you swoop down and you dive into the ocean, plunging into these magical crystalline Lemurian waters. And you swim underwater through the ocean. And you notice that you are now at this beautiful, shimmering, crystal castle. And I'm flowing you this divine healing energy. And you notice two beautiful mermaids guarding the door of this castle. And they tell you inside are other swans like you, and mermaid queens and kings, and people who are going to love and support the person you are. But in order to, they represent your soul tribe. You can be members of your soul tribe you haven't met. But in order to be aligned to these other swans, there is a certain belief about yourself that you are still holding on to that you need to release. And one of the mermaids holds a large seashell basket in her hand. And she says, I need you to leave these, like it's like your phone by the door. You need to leave these beliefs in this shell before you enter. So I'm going to be silent for a few moments, and I want you to just allow anywhere you still feel triggered or wounded, anything that's triggered you, just allow these energy beneath these triggers, the beliefs, the wounds, the self-concepts of who you are, to be revealed to you. And you notice these mermaids, they swirl magic Reiki energy around you, cleansing you like in this mermaid-like violet flame as you allow this to be transmuted. So I'm going to be silent. What is preventing you from aligning with other swans like you? Now, when you become aware of these beliefs, just release them into the flame. Put them in the mermaid basket and help her release them into the violet flame. And the mermaid then takes this beautiful shimmering crown off of beautiful coral cushion in front of her, and she places it on your beautiful swan head. This is representative of new beliefs. So what is a new belief about yourself that will help you align with other swans? And the castle doors slowly open, and you swim inside, and you notice the most beautiful castle you've ever seen. Shimmering crystal fills every corner. Mermaids are laughing and eating delicious food, and there are swans just like you, and they look at you and they are in awe of your beauty, of your magic. And everyone turns and looks at you with so much love, and they cheer for you and they clap for you. And you might even notice maybe there are people in your life who are other swans like you, but you haven't really paid much attention to them. Or maybe there are new swans in your life. I want you to just look at the swans as they slowly become different people, and they might not be people you've met yet.
you to allow them to compliment you and to receive that. Put your palms up and receive the love. And as they compliment you, they swim around you and they wrap you in their swan wings, and all the mermaids join around you too in one big loving hug. And you might want to even give yourself a hug. And I want to just leave you with one last message as you begin to reconnect with your body. I want you to just feel into the base of your spine and breathe into your feet. Your people are out there. You deserve people who fucking celebrate you and love the person you are and make you feel safe to be you. And your people are coming into your life right now. And it's all about truly realizing you've always been a swan. You've always just been, and I truly don't mean this in a mean way and putting anyone down. And again, like, we're all just souls evolving at different rates, but truly, you've just always been a diamond in a sea of rocks. Like, you were born to shine and stand out and be different, but you've spent your whole life trying to fit in with the ducks. And you're not meant to fit in with the ducks. And it might have felt really, really lonely up until now, but that's because you've been needing to alchemize and heal, and maybe you've been on a spiritual journey and all these things and learn different soul lessons so you could find the other swans. And so actually, to help you understand this energy even better, I want you to just tune into your heart. You can ask the other swans and mermaids, but what was the biggest soul lesson you were meant to learn in your life before you could be aligned with other swans? What was that lesson that you've been needing to master or learn? And then I want you to just allow the energy of the mermaids and the swans to stay with you. We are bringing all this magic back to your human self now, in your physical body, rooting you down into the earth. Again, giving yourself a hug. And know that you can embody this swan energy now in your life. And you will start to see so many other swans magnetically attracted to you as you embody this energy. You don't have to worry anymore. You are free of the duck pond. You're not going to experience what you experience in the duck ponds. So I am just energetically disconnecting with you. I'm sending your energy back to you. I'm pulling my energy back to me. If you enjoyed this meditation, I highly invite you to subscribe. And if you are wanting deeper integration, I am guided. There is a sea turtle activation on my website, a mermaid themed sea turtle activation that will be an even deeper layer of sort of healing all this energy for you. So I have linked that below under your description, and then I've also linked
Lexi's tarot card pile, pick a pile reading. So you can go over there to see what the water spirits have to say for you. And it's fun because that's a tarot card reading. And if you are feeling like you're wanting to go deeper into the energy of truly just embodying your unique authenticity and your power and your own kind of like magnetism of who you want to embody in this next phase of life, I'm really guided to share with you. I hosted a feminine archetype retreat, and I channel the energies of 7 different very powerful women who each represent one of the 7 feminine archetypes, as well as guide you through very powerful activation and journal prompts that help you kind of let go of the archetype you've been embodying in your life thus far and step into the archetype that you want to embody. So a lot of people were moving from the maiden archetype into the queen, and like some of the women I channel range from like Dolly Parton for the mother archetype, to Marilyn Monroe for the maiden, to Frida Kahlo for the mystic, I connect to Beyonce's energy for the queen. It was really fun to just connect with these powerful women's energies, and then also just help us understand these archetypes, not to box us in, but to really understand how we can harness our power as women by looking at real life women who kind of embody these different types of feminine power. So if that's calling to your heart, I invite you to, I've linked that below. And then I led a very powerful, for those of you who are feeling witchy this fall season, a very powerful Witchy Girl Fall Retreat on November 3rd. And the replay is also linked below on my website. And in it, we cast 2 powerful witch spells. One to banish everything that you're done with in your life, and then one to really call in the cornucopia of abundance by setting kind of one intention and then using a multiplication spell to really amplify that intention. And I channeled these 2 spells for the first time about a month ago and did them, and then I'm not kidding you guys, the next day I found out my boyfriend and I had closed on like our dream house in Laurel Canyon in Los Angeles. I didn't even know he had been able to put an offer on it yet, and we're moving in sometime this month. So it's really powerful if you're into magic. I also channel a very powerful Empress energy activation. So those 2 things really spoke to me for this pile. I've linked those below. I'm sending you so much love and light. I know that the energies have been very intense lately, but I think the message coming through for you is that it only goes up from here. And you're here to shine, and you're here to be with the other swans. So please subscribe. So much love and light. I hope you have a beautiful day.